And here we have our main menu, where we're going to select worlds and all. Episode 1's there. We have watch a movie over here. I kind of wish they did something like the original, where you were in the back of the van. You know, it's always fun to see Murray doing something useless. But there's not much else we can do, so let's get started on this. The Black Cheateu.
I had to call in a few favors to get the goods on the Claw Gang's local operator, Dimitri, a sort of underworld celebrity, equally at home in high-class art circles and shady back-alley crimes. He was once a passionate young art student who worked hard to develop his own visionary style. Unfortunately, the art world wasn't quite ready for his kinetic aesthetic. So he gave them what they wanted, and started forging old masterpieces. His way of punishing those with bad taste. Dimitri now runs a nightclub on the west side. The thumping music, colorful light shows, and a hint of danger lure in chic young patrons from far and wide. And it's here, hidden somewhere, where we'll find the clockwork tail feathers. What Dimitri plans to do with the clockwork part is beyond me. But those plans end tonight.
And here, at first, we don't have access to Bentley and Murray. We have access to this, however. This is basically what you do with your coins. You can buy upgrades. Not all of them are useful. Murray and Sly's here are useful. Bentley's is useful, but not that good. So basically, each world starts off with only Sly, and then you do like maybe 1 or 2 missions, and then you get to use Bentley and Murray.
I tell you, Bentley, it's gonna be a real pleasure robbing this nightclub.
I share in your enthusiasm, but before we hit the inside, we'll need to do a little reconnaissance work.
What do you have in mind?
I've installed this special antenna on the safe house to help with our first job, hacking into Dimitri's satellite array. The coordinates for the job start beacon have been uploaded to your binocucom. Make your way to this position, and I'll give you a full briefing on our objective.
I'm on my way.
Before we start, take a moment to just enjoy this music. It is really awesome. It sets the mood for this game perfectly. Shut up, Bentley.
Press the left analog stick.
I really wish it was the main menu theme and played on the X and B menu for the Sly collection. I think the main menu is kind of a remix of this theme, along with what plays when you're on the main menu for the Sly collection. But anyway, unlike the original, we have a hub world that's actually kind of thriving. Really big one where all of the bottles are there. There aren't really levels, there are just missions and jobs in the hub. And that's why there are only bottles in the hub. You go into a few specific areas in the hub world, but there are no bottles there.
See if you can find any more clues. The more I have, the easier it'll be to crack the code.
I won't lie though, finding bottles in this game is a bigger pain than the original. The point where I had to give up and just look at a guide. Even when I was redoing the game on my own time, it was still a hassle. Most of them require Sly, but none of them require Bentley or Murray. That doesn't mean some of them are easier with Sly, some of them can be easier with Bentley and Murray because they're unique abilities. I can't really remember 3 bottles off the top of my head, but I will point out if that actually happens. A few are on ground level, so you're probably better off on ground first and then going up to the rooftops. Though you're going to want to be careful on the ground because of the enemies patrolling. It's also worth noting that sound will alert enemies in this game, and that actually includes the bottles, which is kind of a pain sometimes. I also recommend that you get the bottles for pretty much any world first thing, because after a few missions, the hub world will actually become a bit more dangerous. They'll have like bigger enemies and actually some on the rooftops. I want to alert that guard. Well, mouse rather. It really is just so much worse to find bottles in this game sometimes. Just because some of them can be hard to spot sometimes. And you'll circle to go around here like in the original, because Sly has thief senses. Which is basically what they said in the original, how he was able to see those blue things. We're doing pretty good so far on bottles though, if I do say so. We have about 10. I'm pretty sure, honestly, for each world, this is what usually happened. I usually had 29 out of 30 and had no idea where the 30th bottle was. And I had to basically consult a walkthrough, mimic the guy's exact movements, and then only then was able to sometimes find the bottle. I really just wish they were in bunches instead of just one under. I mean, sometimes there are multiple bottles in the same area. Like here, there are 3. Actually, I think maybe 4. But it can still be a pain. Yeah, there's a 4 from there. I will say this though, this is a great first area. Probably one of the best in any game I've ever seen. Again, I love the music, but it's also stylish. And Sly Cooper is a series all about style. Unlike Jak and Daxter. I mean, Jak and Daxter are great games, but like, they're executed well, but the style is, like, in the music and all, as well as how Sly is. If you kind of get my drift, if that was, well, stated or something. It's also worth noting I'm not going to purchase all the abilities, but I am going to get all of the bottles, because that unlocks trophies. Some of the abilities unlock trophies if you're playing on the PS3 version, but not all of them do. It's mostly Murray's that do. Which, Murray's are probably the ones you may want to get the most, next to Sly's. It's also worth noting most of the most of the saves, benefit Sly rather than the others. Some of them do benefit the others, but more often than not, it'll benefit Sly more. We're doing pretty good on bottles though, crap. Unlike in the original, when you're in combat, it takes multiple cane attacks to kill enemies. There's a reason for that, which I'll show a bit later. Which is basically an easier way of taking out the enemies that is encouraged, if not required, in some spots. Because again, stealth can be required in this game. It's encouraged, but it's also required sometimes. Right now we're doing pretty good. Bottles, we have almost 20. And there should be a 20th nearby. I know there's another one on ground level somewhere. God, I can't get enough of this song. So there's another one over there. And I believe there's gonna be one down here. Yeah, right there. And also, it's never a bad idea to really just scout the area the first time. so you can know where you're going for missions and all. You can know what to expect. And also this bottle. This bottle eluded me my first time. I found all the other ones easily, but that one I didn't see because of the camera. I was just like, really? You're gonna do that to me? When I spent years, not years, but months searching for this game all over the place. Even looking at different states. Which actually is not a lie. I looked in some other states to find this game. We have 5 left. There should be a few more over here. So it's gonna be 27 once I get that one down there. There's another one up here, so that'll be probably 28. There isn't? Well, there's one down there, but... don't need no stealth moves for that. Actually, I think I know where 29 is. I think I missed it. It was in the intro cutscene, which... there isn't always an intro cutscene for hub worlds. What I mean is, like, there isn't anything of Sly getting to the safe house. So there should be 29 should be over here, or nah? I think I got that my first time. Well, it's the first bottle I got. I don't know. I know where 29 is, or where it should be. But I'm not quite sure about 30. Oh god. I might actually have to start cutting around. But I'll try and find that 29, and then I'll probably... actually, no, I think I'll just cut it to bottle 29, and then after that I'll cut ahead to bottle 30. Okay, this is bottle 29, which is what I was thinking about before about the bottle I missed. I still have no idea where bottle 30 is, as awful as that is. So again, I'm going to cut ahead and see where it is, and then we're gonna find it, and then we're gonna actually begin the game. We'll just continue, but yeah, I'll see you guys. I have no idea how the hell I missed that. I really don't know. Well, that actually wasn't as bad, because I did waste a whole lot of time looking for that.
But we still don't know where the vault is. Keep looking. It's sure to be inside this place somewhere.
Vault locations are usually during a mission. Rarely are they actually not, but you'll usually find them, it's random. It's either beginning, middle, or the end. It's always one of the three. It's also... I guess it's not a bad idea to sometimes get the bottles during missions, but again, keep in mind that as you progress through the hub, it will usually stock on more guards and all, including on the rooftops and bigger ones.
Sly, I need you to hack into Dimitri's communication array so that we'll have access to his database.
How am I supposed to do that?
To start, you'll need to get to the top of that tower. Then reposition the satellite dish to point at my safe house antenna. If you want to climb on stuff, jump and hit the circle button to grab hold. Try climbing up that pipe.
Right. Jump and press the circle button to climb pipes. I'm on it.
This hub was more or less kind of a tutorial. But it's worth noting controls more or less are the same, besides some things like no visibility and all.
I've projected holographic markers near interactive objects like this satellite dish. When you're near these markers, press the circle button to use the object.
Kind of slow there, Bentley.
The first one's in position.
It's funny because he's a turtle.
Ha ha ha! Waypoint into your thief mask image.
Oh, I got seen again.
Remember, click the L3 button to locate your next objective.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Sometimes when you hit enemies off something, like when there's still solid ground, they die instantly. It depends on how much health they have. It's kind of useful though, but if you hit them into the water, that is also an instant kill, as well as into bottomless pits. There's also a good way to kill them easily. Also, I swear I am not that bad at stealth in this game. It's just the hobo, so I never really care. But this is basically what most missions are like. You're gonna be going around. The hobo will usually be specifically modified, like with this, with the circle prompts and all. And again, you will go into specific areas in the hobo that you can't go into ordinarily.
Only one more to go. Activate your Thief Mask Imager by pressing the L3 button to find the last dish waypoint. Remember, the view is always better from a rooftop.
You got that right, Bentley.
Sly, you can hold down the R1 button while walking to break into a fast run, but be careful, as this is sure to be loud enough to alert any guards in the vicinity.
Also, R3 no longer recenters the camera around Sly. It instead opens up the binocular comm. I really do wish there was a center camera option in this game, because the game really could benefit during some of the platforming sections.